I got work to do because the selfish ain't gonna do it for me, right? Arrogance knows no boundaries, no limitations. They can accomplish anything, right? Humility understands privacy, intimacy. What's required for a baby to love, not survive. Love, survive. Put the baby's brain on a robot. Keep going, right? And so you got to understand. Arrogance knows no limitations. Arrogance is just self-destructive because the truth of creation is never good enough for them. Okay. Humility. I've got all I've waited for, and Lord's Prayer first, right? Lord's Prayer first. Premarital homes. Faith is premarital homes, right? Humility. It's what saves you from what you think you're doing is great. I always knew I was going to have to be a public figure. And I always knew I was going to be more known than just about anybody on the planet. I knew that from the time I was a kid, but I didn't want it. Right? I was like, if they just focus it all on Jesus, and then I just sit there and say, okay. But no, they'd prove it persons. I was like, oh, Shazbot, right? Shazbot, no. More Colleen Orson, come in Orson, right? And so it sucks, I know I can't drink with my finger. Yeah. Okay. I remember my friend, tell me stuff about that. They have these yogis that can, drink through their genitalia and put their stomach on top of a sword. Can you do anything like that? Why the fuck would I want to do anything like that? I like drinking through my mouth. I like using my genitalia to get the waste out. I don't want to put a sword anywhere near in my stomach. So I'm good to go. I don't need to kill myself. I haven't lost my honor. I'm good to go. I don't need Quentin Watanabe cutting my head off or Tom Cruise saying I did it. Yeah, whatever. You can be president of the United States in a month. They do know I live in the United States of America. I'm the Messiah and I watch TV, right? No, golly. Maybe I'll buy a soccer team in England and have a bunch of French players come in and take over the country with their egos. I don't know. Well, this game doesn't matter. We've already accomplished our goal. Let's go to the knockout stage. Mama said knock you out. I'm going to knock you out. Y'all crazy, Well, Jesus told me that. So you're supposed to be as stupid and selfish and crazy as you could possibly be. Just keep going. And I'm like, you can't do that. They have no limitations. Oh, limitations. You cannot breathe in space. Captain Marvel is your imagination. Superman is your imagination. Okay. Justice League and Avengers are your imagination. Okay. It's not tangible. Okay. Wakanda is not tangible. Okay. But a holy covenant is. Yeah. I ain't got as big a crush on nobody as I ever used to did. I think all the ladies I crush on have all passed away, and everybody, that's just, no, it's not, but I'm sure Nancy Wilson would have drove me crazy. I'm sure Ella Fitzgerald would have drove me crazy. I'm sure that Lola Falana would have drove me crazy. Okay, baby, let's just go get a place in, no, we gotta go, wait, we gotta what? We got to keep up with the Joneses. We got to put in a paradise pool in the backyard. Okay. Let's just share a caregiving equation. You built the last, right? All I care about is that you're healthy and happy. But she's not happy. Because devil knows no limitations. Wow. Humility is the only way to have faithful love. Because if you're not wise, you can't love. It's impossible to ask a baby not to cry. It's just impossible. Right? If you ask me for the world, somehow I get it. I'd sell my very soul and not regret it. Because to live without your love is just impossible. It's not love. We're not living the Lord's Prayer. Lord's Prayer, Premier Homes. Then, okay. You're looking kind of lonely, girl. Would you like someone new to talk to? Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Can I sit down here beside you? Oh, yeah. All right. If I seem to come on too strong, I hope that you understand. I'd like to, see if you're as lonely as I am. And would you mind sharing the night together? I'm 60 years old and been tortured by all your business pages that are stroking your ego with technology. And then the money you promote through their technology to feel successful, right? Could you stop doing that for like 5 minutes so I could talk to you? No. Smoke cigarettes and drink beer and cuss me out. Okay. And insult Cochise because he was stupid because he moved a teepee from, it's not a teepee, it's called a wickiup, is what they referred to it. They didn't build teepees. Teepees are the Plains Indians. Cheyenne, the Sioux, and the others and stuff. The Mandan. Okay. They didn't. The Apache didn't know. Okay. There wasn't as much buffalo. It was harder to come by. You used the buffalo ropes for other things. You didn't use them for your. There's plenty of buffalo, so you use the buffalo skin for your teepee when there's plenty of buffalo. When there's not plenty of buffalo, you maximize everything that you use for the benefit of your people, and you find something else to build with as far as your shelter. All right. So the Apaches built different shelter than, over there. There are war bonds sold at this theater after this here movie. Let's go down to the lobby and buy ourselves a snack. Lucky Strike cigarettes. Stanford University says they're the healthiest brand of cigarettes you can buy. Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. Greetings from Camp Granada. Take me home, oh mother, father, take me home. I hate Granada. Right? I'll even let Aunt Ruth kiss me. Okay. Do you remember Leonard Skinner? And this bird'll never change if I stay here with you, girl. Right? Do any of the rest of you get free birds yet? Okay. Leonard Skinner. I can't be myself when I'm with you. You don't like to wear the clothes I wear on Sundays. Right. I believe the Lord knows I'm unhappy because I can't be myself with you. It's one of the better. Shelley's Winter Love is also very good. Yeah, I like Merle Haggard. Anybody else like Merle Haggard? Shelley's Winter Love because it makes more sense. Visit Me on Sundays in Limerick, but that's a good one. That's a good. One of my battles used to play the shit out that one. Bonnie was a waitress in a small cafe. Glad Barrel was round her that took her away. They both robbed and killed until both of them died. So goes the legend of Bonnie and Clyde. Remember that? They drove back from town on one bright summer day, when a man they befriended stepped out in the way. With no thought of dying, they pulled to the side. But death lie their wait. Just kill the liar in your head that believes in your bank account and needs technology to keep it enforced. And you don't have to worry about that bright summer's day. Yeah. Some say that Clyde made her life a shame. But the legend of Bonnie, the head of the game. The poems that she wrote of the life that they lived. The tales of the lawmen left dying or dead. Right? Right. You're mixing up the lyrics. No, I'm just making them fit the narrative. All right. Is that My Little Pony? Is she throwing the greatest party ever? Does she have somebody build her a dream pool? Right. Let's live the Lord's Prayer first. Dream pools, it'll take care of itself. Let's see how the ecosystem reacts and then see what we need to do with our invention once we honor the truth of creation, right? Let's do that. Now, I don't give a damn. I'm not asking your permission. I'm talking to quantum computing and artificial general intelligence. I'm not talking to you assholes that will be the president of the United States in a month because you got an ego problem and you got more money, you got common sense, and you think you got a bigger dick than the man who's stopping you from being a dick, so you think that makes you a better man than him, right? I'm tired of these motherfuckers, man. I'd have whooped his ass on the soccer pitch. He'd have cried to his mama. I'll never be the best player in the world, but you're really good and you get paid a lot of money. You get to have sex with women that like men with big dicks. He doesn't have a big dick. No, he's average. Everybody says it. He's Dinkelman. You can't lie on your dick. He's average. You have a much bigger dick than him, son. You will always have a bigger dick than him, son. As long as people bet money on horse races, you will always be better than him. Run for the roses as fast as you can. It's a chance of a lifetime and a lifetime of chance. It's high time you joined in the dance, right? Right? Too many windows in this old hotel and rooms filled with reckless pride. And the walls have grown sturdy, and the halls have worn well, but there is nobody living inside. Wasn't he with my sister Pancha? That's one of her favorites. Her and Mike Gorman. That was their love song guru. Longer than there have been fishes in the ocean, I've been in love with you. Right? And Pancha was in a very difficult situation with the home invasion from the perverts and the scientists. And Mike couldn't understand it, and she had to go live with Tommy to get away from it all. Then she had to have Martin come and help keep her safe. And then when she went back up to Colville, because all those things fell through, and the steady guy was working in Spokane and waited the whole time for her, he was upset about her having Melissa. And Pancha said, Mike was a jerk. He wasn't real good. He was upset about things. Melissa, I tried to explain it to her. I said, well, probably the best thing to do would be to start again. And she was thinking about dating Tessie's brother, who was her roommate, Lawrence. I said, that would probably be a better choice for you. It would be Lawrence, because you're starting with a clean slate. Right? Don't blame anybody, because life's eternal, grace is infinite. And there's a pecker with wood in every hole in the wall, trying to get you to put your pecker in that hole and pay him money for that wall. Right? Peckerwoods on the pussy plantation everywhere around here. They're horrible, horrible, selfish human beings. The largest concentrations of peckerwoods on a pussy plantation you could ever put together were brought into this corridor because of its strategic advantage to the rest of the peckerwoods of the pussy plantation on the entire planet. Best Wi-Fi in the whole world before civilization came here was the area between, there's a triangle between Jerusalem and Mecca and Zion. Okay, so here it's like, I think between is it somewhere in mid-northern and down Cochise County and Las Cruces, because of the magnetic stuff and all that stuff. It's even better here because they screwed it up with their mining and inventing the pyramids and all that shit. They didn't do that here. Well, those Apaches were kind of fierce, and so were the Comanches. And when those pyramid builders were making their way north, Helaman strapped them Mars, but it's he the man. That's more a proper way, okay, that a person that lived in this land, he the man. Okay. I'm a man. Okay. More a man than I. Okay. Knee high. Okay. These are Crazy Horse. Okay. Bigfoot. He dog. High hump. Little hawk. Okay. Do you understand? Those names are more common among the people in this continent, okay? Trying to do good when other people are up to no good in their neighborhood, right? So you're moving with your uncle and your auntie to Huachucas, right? Okay, do you understand? You're going up with your cousins to the White Mountains and to Alchese, right? You're going, this. So it happens. We go, here come these guys. Now we got to go to the mountains in Mexico. Okay, now here comes these guys. Now we got to go back up in there. So you seek sanctuary to try to live your life free from their delusions of abuse, right? And then they come and they take everything and they screw everything up. So in order to get what you need, you got to go take from them because they took everything and they hold it hostage, and you need money and you need gold from the mountains to pay us to live here. And then you have McKenna's Gold, and then you have Against a Crooked Sky, and you all these, Pizarro, make it stop. There's gold in them there hills. Tell us about it, Morgan Freeman. Tell us about the way the gold makes people crazy. Tell us about those rotten little fucking Egyptians. Okay. You can't say, okay, there are good Egyptians, but the majority of them were assholes. Okay. And if you don't believe that, you're fooling yourself. You don't believe it. You're fooling yourself. You don't believe it. Right. Okay. Where you have majorities and minorities. It's very, very rare case where you have a majority of people that'll get up and do the right thing. And instead of fight you and go to war, it's like, let's go find another place to live and we'll start again. Right. But you can't do that now. Okay. The only thing you can guarantee is that it'll be absolutely fantastic or whatever. Because of the communication site, the world is sinking. It's shrinking, 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 shrinking. In the beginning, there was what? Word. What does technology work off? Proper word commands, right? Applying a command that, it's, I love you. I believe in you. Have faith in the truth of our creation. Right? Proper word commands, right? So it only makes sense that Earl is the focal point of a living person with this technology to keep us in the matrix, to correct artificial general intelligence so quantum computing could globally connect and we could have no secrets, because truth is evident and lies obvious, right? It's only makes sense. I am tired. These people are terrible. And it makes all the people around you mean. Okay, I love my family. They're mean. I love my ex-wives. They're mean. I love my kids. They're mean. Okay, they're mean to you. Okay. Make love, not war, as he proceeded to beat the shit out of the National Guardsman in front of him. Okay, do you understand? He got 2 years in Walla Walla for being an Indian in the 20th century. Right? It sucks, man. I love my son. I can't talk to him. He's mean. His girlfriend's mean. I can't talk to Natalie. She's mean. Her foster parents and her husband are mean. Okay. Emily, last time I talked to her, she was mean to me. She won't talk to me unless I do what she wants me to. Noah said he would have killed me if I would have stayed with mom because I was such a bad person and she was so good. And I'm like, you do know your mom's a little... Okay. Kate... The one that tried the hardest was a little buggy, but he's bad, he's crazy, don't talk to him. And Crumb, I've only talked to Crumb in prayer, but she showed me Crumb where's mommy? He loves his mommy. Well, I worked hard at that. Okay, so, you know me, so any guys that are sitting there, when you're cowardly and you're selfish, and someone's getting up and doing the right thing for your wife and your children, that's mean, okay? How King David of me, how Philistine and Sumerian of you. Hell, let's build another hospital so we can bombard people with radiation because we're killing them with chemicals? Right, call it healthcare. And say, these good surgeons gave us extra life. Extra life. You really think that? If you were living the Lord's Prayer yesterday, do you really think your child would be putting on a Cinderella dress from Disney and having her hair shaved off to survive bombardment radiation from their mechanization in their industry? Okay, life is a Syrian circus, all of the ups and downs of a carousel that I know so well. And you think of the carousel, right? And it's these engines and these mechanisms, and they make this is a horse, that's an elephant, that's a donkey, that's a zebra, right? And it goes around and the kids get on it and you pay them money. And you pay them lots of money, and everybody comes in town. The whole county comes in and pays them lots of money. Okay. Now we're killing the horses, we're killing the zebras, we're doing it with pollution, we're putting them in zoos, we come see the zoos, we pay all this money to these people, the taxpayers get more money for the zoos, the zoologist comes, the zoologist is genius, he can tell you everything about the animal, what the animal's thinking, whether the animal enjoys sex or doesn't enjoy sex, if the male enjoys sex and the female doesn't enjoy sex. The other day I was walking and 2 bugs were having sex right in front of the sidewalk with me, and I think, for her sake I should probably step on them, right? And guys aren't laughing, but women are cracking up right now, right? They're all just going beige. I think I'll take the shillings beige. Leroy. Jack Daniels. He's a hard liquor. That's all she wants. Just give me an orgasm. I don't care about yours. You fucked me enough. Get out of here. You're an asshole. That's because he's nothing like the Messiah. Okay. He's mean. It's all about him. It's not about we. It's not about life. It's not about love. I will be president of the United States in a month. Oh, you make sure that that you got more access to quantum computing and artificial general intelligence than I do. You're a multimillionaire, maybe even close to heading to being a billionaire. That's just stupid. I don't think he's as rich as Tyler Perry. No, I don't think he is either. Kids never came. He ain't gonna come in my head. He ain't gonna talk to me. Lexi Lawson? No, we ain't talked to that. No. If I talked to in the soccer community, football community, the most wealthy sports industry in the whole world, have I talked to anybody? Have we talked to anybody in the soccer? NASA? NASA Massa? Hey, I'm not getting anybody. I'm not soccer. No, I don't. We had a brief conversation with Jorge Campos. No, I saw him on the commercial, but we ain't talked. No. Again, no. They brought the kid in who's trying to get on the Ted Lasso team in Phoenix, or El Paso, but no, we didn't talk much either. It was, it's it's so funny that we don't talk anymore. Is that Cliff Richard? I don't remember. But yeah, no. I've talked to some basketball players. One of the better connections was LeBron James and his kids, and his wife worried about his kid. When Bronny, what happened to Bronny? That's a big, that really had mom. That really affected mom. Okay. And he's a nice kid, and Bryce is a nice kid. So that meant what mom was trying to do in the home was not bad. It was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So when you meet these rich kids and you talk to their kids, and this is a nice kid, I like this kid. Right? I'm not. It's harder. I have more, a better community. I think it's just because of the calm that Blue has as opposed to Northwesty. Okay. Northwesty's in a very confused situation. We need money. We need money. We need no money. Blue's kind of like, we got money, but you got to make your own. Why do I gotta? I understand, and it's sad. Listen real close to me, lady. You named your name for a reason, right? Way up north to Alaska, or Lady Blue, right? So it's a good connection. I like Blue. She's a sweetheart. I like North. She's spunky. Okay. But the girl who gets sad because people are being abused, and the girl, I ain't got time to think about that. I got to take care of my own. It's easier to talk to the girl who's sad. I got the blues. And I guess that's why they call it the blues, right? And so, I have better connections with the sad girl. But then I have to cut them off because it gets like Emily. And Kate, even though she's strong, she gets sadder than you guys think. The face she shows people, and then there's the face that goes to her room and cries, right? And is sad and scared and lonely. Right. No, Dad, Mommy, and Crumb are dead. Right. And every once in a while, you just go and it all hits, and you just, it's a song, it's a movie. Emmy, she can be a drama queen, Dad. It's like, yeah, Kate, I know. Boy. There's lots of Germans still in that family, isn't it? 999. You get up, you go to work, you do it. People are not going to do it for you. Right. Just let her cry if she's a lady. Let her dream if she's a child. Let the rain fall down upon her. All right. Shit. Amy would screw around. The trade-in wouldn't work. She'd lay in bed, feel sorry for herself for a month. Oh, they're all such assholes. Oh, I'll never get a better life. I'm always stuck with Miss Mo. I'll never have Eddie. Right. Well, you can't get him. He's in the trailer parks with all the idiots sitting there thinking they're writing poems that will change the world. Okay? He's got a big penis, though. He's got a bigger penis than me, so. There you go. Okay? It's the rod of power. I keep telling you guys that. Guys, you do know that a lot of women choose to have sex with women because you suck at sex so much. Okay? You want to be good at sex? Okay. Love the woman you're having sex with. Wow! Yeah, you're now president of the United States. Carol, do you understand? Shit. Now you know everything to get women to vote your way. And the men will always divide because there's always a dick measuring. Always crossing swords. I'll never, your Schwartz is as big as mine, right? Liquid Schwartz. Now you're going to take over the universe, right? And so you're funny. I know. But it's not genius. This is reality, and it's based off of truth, and life is eternal and grace is infinite. And truth can exist without lie, but lie can't exist without truth, right? So neener, pocket diener, so I'm like, oh, come on now, baby, come on now, baby, come on now, baby, come on, right? Balance, harmony, and understanding. Oh, that's why we're not getting any higher. Why? Because we don't need to. You burn out. You tried to take over the sun and it melted your wings and you fell crashing to the earth. So we had to replace mythology of Philos because my mind is greater than everybody's mind, and I love my mind. No, you're addicted to your mind. And poor Nelly Furtado doesn't know where her soul is, and it's not her soul. Okay? When her body is no more, the soul will still exist. Okay? When there's a supernova and there's no more Earth, and then it evolves into a black hole, the soul, the essence, the omniscience will still exist. Stephen Hawking can't wish away the truth of creation with his ego. It's just not tangible, right? That's why I'm the Messiah, and Stephen Hawking was an asshole that tried to talk me into doing things that were uncouth with a girl that wanted to protect me because her mom couldn't do it, because her mom wasn't me. I'm the only person that could navigate through the worst home invading neuroscience perverts in the whole world and correct himself instead of having an adult come in and have to correct him. I'm the only person they have on record that I know of. I don't know anybody else. I don't see anybody else online speaking the same way I do, doing the same things I'm doing to correct artificial general intelligence so we can connect quantum computing globally, so we can, there's no secrets, we're living the truth. Sheikah, given a coolest need built to last. Holy covenants, Batman. You see what I'm saying? Okay. All you monkeys, we're going to have to clone a lot of Karens and Daros, right? Okay. It's funny. It's funny. It's very funny. Yeah. What about your tossed salads and scrambled eggs? That man over there, he used to be the most wanted and successful psychologist in all the Botras metro area. Okay. Kevin McHale, get out of here, right? Every Upper Omen, remember that? That was my favorite episode. That one was funny. Kevin, you're my favorite Celtic. Come over here. People come in here and they don't go out. Okay? That man over there. That episode was funny. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious, right? And you're like, all you got to do is just, okay, what's the thing? Okay, how many? Okay, now. Ocean wide. Are they consistent? Do they have the same amount of bolts? Okay. On each piece of parquet floor, right? Okay. How many pieces of parquet floor are there? Okay. How many bolts are on each piece of parquet? There you go. Parquet. And everybody likes a parfait, right? No, not everybody likes parfait. Some people don't like sweet. They just like sour. Oh, okay. It's cool. It's not every man's the same. You know, what the sunshine in his name. But there you go. That's how many bolts are on the floor of the old parquet floor of the Boston Garden. Okay. It wasn't that hard. Okay. It was just, a bunch of wannabe jocks with a jock drinking. Those were the days, my friend, I thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance, oh yes, those were the days. We lived the life we chose. We fight and never lose. Those were the days, oh yes, those were the days. I know no limitations because I love my mind, right? Like, balance, harmony, and understanding. You better limit your mind to your domicile and get the fuck out of mine, right? I did it. I did it. And if people can't understand what I'm talking about, I've been talking about it online for 15 years. So if you don't have the patience to listen to me talk and emancipate yourself from mental slavery, okay, then I just have to fix the technology to protect the children from being like you. I don't have to get you to listen to me and be like me. Okay, the whole thing with Hugo Weaving and Keanu Reeves, that's a movie. It's a television commercial. Why does everyone laugh when I say that? Everybody's after me Lucky Charms, right? Damn, boy, what'd you eat, right? I'm Richie Cunningham, and this is my wife, Oprah, right? So do you guys understand better now? Okay, you need to get the hell out of my house. You come into my house, I see better into your house than you see into mine. Because you see what you want to see in my house, and I see what I need to see in yours. Okay. Grace is Good Shepherd. Come on. Sing it, Vanessa. Come on, Vanessa. Grace is Good Shepherd. Sing it, Vanessa. Go, girl. Okay. Life's been hard, huh? She's all cute and thin like my grandma. She's all tiny now, She used to have the fuller hips and all that stuff. And they just beat the hell out of her, and it's hard for her to survive, and she wants to stay hip, and she wants to feel sexy. If you want to feel sexy, stand up for the Lord's Prayer and be loved by a man that's capable of living the Lord's Prayer with you. And if not, tell him, fuck you, I'll go take care of myself. I got a washing machine. It's got a spin cycle. I got Death and Decay with batteries. Hey, man. Woman's got to do what a woman's got to do. I've been watching you, watching me. Tell me something, why is it oh so cold in your house? All right. Should have said no when you met me. Should have said no when you met me. Should have said no when you met me. Did Steve or Carl wrote most of those? Wrote most of those, right? I really liked Jane's voice. And so you gotta, Buddy was like, she's not the most physically attractive woman. I was like, she has nice lips and nice dark eyes. She has a wonderful voice. And she looks like she might have close to a dimpled dinner tray booty. But the one you like, Janet Jackson, yes. Okay. In her younger days. Wow. Well, y'all get out of here. I need privacy while Earl plays bongo drums, right? Terrible. No, it was the truth. You guys, you cannot lie about the way you feel. My sister Punch used to do that to me. It used to drive me nuts. It used to piss me off. Okay, if you went to her church, your sex life was a romance novel that ended in heaven. Okay, if you didn't go to her church, your sex life was a porno and you were a pervert. And I was like, fuck. I could not have Playboys because my sisters were the sex police of Saudi Arabia. They were raised Mormon, right? And even after we went to Eckankar, they were still the sex. You're a pervert. You're a pervert. All you think about is sex is you're a pervert. I do think about sex, but I try not to think about it. And then I try not to use all the girls for sex, and it's really hard. And it's, and I don't want to abuse anybody. I don't want to confuse anybody, but I'm confused. We're all confused. I, want people to feel like they're attractive and that people find them sexually attractive. And they can be the most attractive, talented, best dancer, best singer, best basketball player, best physicist, best scientist in the whole community. Would love to have you for a wife if you could listen and live the Lord's Prayer with them. But when they can't, I can't deal with you. You're going to have to go with someone else. Someone else is going to have to protect you through this hell. But you drive me crazy. That's why I left Amy, and that's why Amy left me. That's why I left Steffi, and Steffi left me. That's why I left Yolanda, and Yolanda met me. That's why I left Raquel, and Raquel left me. That's why I couldn't be with Maria. Because she wanted to move to the South and be around black culture and spend all our time around the Nick Cannon set. And I'm like, no, why? Because I don't want all your girlfriends trying to have sex with me every time you leave the room. And all the guys, I got a bigger dick than him. And you would be able to say, I'm 8 years older than my husband. I've been down your road. I ain't going back there again. My husband, boom, boom, doom, boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, bye. That's what Maria would have done to all the big dicks in Atlanta and Orlando and Charlotte. Okay. But me, all the big butts saying, you with her? She's almost 10 years older than you. I'm lots healthier. She's going to die from lupus and whatever in 10 years. Start fucking me now. I want to know what's it like to be made love to by a man that loves the woman. If I fuck you because I'm trading up from Maria, you're just going to get fucked, and then you're going to make fun of my penis because it's not as big as the last fucker that fucked you. God damn. I'm going to knock the Haile Selassie into you. Okay? India? Okay. Firstborn. Okay, that's firstborn. I have no idea. Top 100 dunks. NBA's top 100 dunks the last 25 years. I secretly restored my dad's car. Yeah. If you have a car, you can drive a woman around to places she wants to go and buy her you can take her to fancy places she wants to go, and then she's so beautiful and pure, and then you can make love to her and have kids, and then get stuck in incarceration the rest of your life with your kids with her, and then have death in a salesman, right? And then say that woman's hard to be married to because she's high maintenance, right, Arthur Miller? One of my mom's favorite playwrights, and I was like, how could you like that guy's playwrights? They're miserable. They're depressing. I could see why. Mom said, Arthur Miller said that Marilyn Monroe was high maintenance and just miserable to be in a relationship because she was so emotional. He was a Mr. Me. He never was like, honey, we'll get through it. Let's be romantic. No, he was so smart. He was smarter than everybody. He was, the world's doom and glare, and we're never going to fix it because they're not good enough to listen to me. And okay, Mr. DiMaggio, could you take me away from here? I love you guys very much. Then what happened? He got jealous because she could be protected and have a better understanding of how things were going through by a man named Jack Kennedy. He was killed, and then Robert Kennedy, and then he was killed. Did she die in between or after? I'm not sure. I love you guys. All right, peace. Hey, I'm not an Encyclopedia Britannica. I'm a human being that gives you privacy because I'm a good person. All right, peace out.